What's up, library? Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to talk about something that I haven't really talked very much about. It really depends on how things pan out in the near future. So you might be aware of Revulsion, a game that I released a couple years back. I've been working on that again recently, and you might be familiar with Shattered World, which is in VR chat is a zombie sort of Left 4 Dead style shooter type game. I release videos about it all the time, like regularly, and everything like that. But so in this video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about I don't know some general ideas. Like this is just an idea that I've kind of sort of toyed around with a little bit. Also, there's a possibility too that I might release this video on YouTube as well, because I want to try and get people to start seeing, oh, hey, this is regular content that's being released on Library, but sort of sprinkle things over to YouTube every once in a while. Library is my main stomping ground, so don't depend on my YouTube content to be, what I'm always going to be doing. But the idea is, actually, what should I do? I need to do another indie game. I need to have something else. And I have some ideas on what to do, but I can't quite decide. I can't quite decide, like, you know what I mean? Like, also happy Halloween too. There's so many pumpkins behind me. But I can't quite decide what I'm going to do next, but I've toyed around with the idea of attempting to do a much simpler game than Revulsion. And there's an idea that I've really, really liked and kind of wanted to do for a little while now, but I haven't really brought myself to do it. But I would really like to do something that's kind of like the game Delver. That's sort of like really, really simple 2D graphics, very simple. Graphically, it's very simple. And it's sort of just like a dungeon crawler, right? And you just get better and better loot and stuff like that. In some ways, it's really not that different from Revulsion. In fact, it could be a lot of inspiration could be pulled to what I want to do for Revulsion 2, right? And have it be multiplayer. Just make a multiplayer Delver, basically. Something along those lines. A really simple game that, that is fun, maybe kind of acts a little bit like a first person shooter, but it really isn't. It's just like something very, very basic. Maybe even 2D graphics. I don't know. What do you think? I don't. I mean, would that be something that you guys would be interested in? Like, if I can put something together like that, have it be literally like a game that I can get done in a couple of months tops. Like, um, there's a couple ideas actually. So there's one I have, doing something kind of like Delver. If you look Delver up, it's Delver, right? And just kind of do something like that. Or sorry, zombies in the background there. She's playing Phasmophobia. It's her birthday too, by the way. So for that, I'll take a shot. All right. So I'm thinking to myself, hmm, there's another idea I have, and that is combining Marble Madness. Do you remember the old Marble game for Nintendo? It was an old arcade game as well, and sort of have that be like a shoot 'em up that sort of combines itself a little bit with like Diablo. So you get like loot. I guess in both cases, all the games that I want to work on are loot based, like looting type games where you get like better and better items and you do harder and harder dungeons and stuff like that. So I guess that's definitely something that's going to be my shtick. No projects that I can think of that I want to work on would be anything other than that. But I'm just trying to think like Um, I don't know. If there's a really simple project that I can work on, it would be awesome. Now, I've thought about maybe doing something, like in either Neos VR or VR chat, but I can't really monetize on that. I'm thinking like a game that's like $2. You know what I mean? Like a really, really simple little like dungeon crawler type thing, or something. You know what I mean? A game that's not meant to be super expensive, something that's really cheap. I can kind of just release and have it be like cool and neat, but not ambitious. Something that something that's fun for what it is. And then, you know what I mean? I'm really interested in the idea. In some ways, I'm kind of interested in the idea just because I kind of want to just see if I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, am I forever trapped trying to make these like big complicated games? Like, when I look at something like Revulsion, I probably really could have developed that same game much simpler, and it would have probably been just fine. Revulsion is a lot more complicated than it needed to be. Um, but then again, maybe that's what gives it its charm. Hindsight's 2020. I can't really talk about whatever. Like I have this game Revulsion. I have Revulsion 2. The basis of it already developed. It's called X Alive, and it's another 3D engine. I could just finish that and just keep doing the Revulsion thing. The only thing is that I want to do something that's even simpler, right? Because Revulsion 2 would be a project that would take me like a year to do and stuff like that, right? The first Revulsion took me a year and change to do, right? I need to get I need to get some smaller stuff out, some smaller things. I don't know. Hmm. Could I possibly get something that's simple and have that be like a thing and have that, have myself like work on that, like just like a really, really fun little game, you know? I don't know. In all honesty, I could definitely do it. Um, like I know what to do with the blueprint system and everything like that in Unreal 4. I'm fairly certain that it can be done, and I can make it multiplayer. I know enough when it comes to multiplayer development to get multiplayer to work, but it would be like one of those deals where you have to manually type in somebody's IP address in order for them, to connect to them. I wouldn't be able to, like, I'm not really sure. Maybe unless I can pay a guy I know to give, to hook it up to Steam or whatever, right? So that I can do like proper multiplayer. I don't know. I mean, I have enough stuff at this point in time. It's very possible that I could just kind of come up with something that's just sort of really neat little game, you know? And maybe it can be something that's like Delver or some kind of variation thereof. Maybe it could be more of a shooter. I don't know. See, that's just it though. I can become so indecisive at this point in time. Like I don't know what I can just probably do. It has to be a game that's so simple or so doable that I can, do it before I regret my choice and have buyer's remorse, thinking, "Oh no, what have I done? Why is it so complicated?" And then end up having to like move on a little bit or or go a different direction because that's what happened with X Alive, right? X Alive is like this big ambitious thing. Actually, I should probably do a video showing like all the stats all of the items have and stuff like that. It's what did I do? It's so complicated. Here I am struggling just to make Revulsion fun right now, and I'm looking at X Alive and I'm like, holy shit! There's like 50 stats per item and stuff like that. There's like a lot of things going on with that game already, and I haven't even added any gameplay. It's just the in-game level editor and stuff. my god. What have I done? No, no, no. I need something. I need something really. I need something cute and like basic, like really simple. Maybe I could figure out how to, some kind of an angle that nobody else has done before or something. I don't know. But I really want to just go and like kill some slimes in a dungeon, you know? Or or maybe dodge bullets. Maybe a shmup. Cuz a shmup would be pretty fun to work on, right? Those are kind of cool. You imagine like a loot-based shmup, a loot-based multiplayer shmup would be pretty legit, right? That'd be kind of neat. You imagine that? That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Cuz I'm really 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 thinking about it. Having a game, another game that something something else that where it's a real cheap. I'm talking like a $3, maybe $2.50 game. You know what I mean? Or something along those lines where I just release it and it's fun and people, it's an enjoyable experience for like real cheap. You know what I mean? I don't know. All right. So with that said, I'll go ahead and I'll end this now. But if you guys have any ideas or any suggestions, just go ahead and let me know. Like, should I just do a Revulsion 2? Is that what the I don't know. I'm gonna be working on Revulsion 1 for a little bit longer, that's for sure. So Revulsion 2 might be kind of off, but I definitely need to up my game at making simple games. I need to have like 10 really simple games. You know what I mean? And just keep going, I think. And then have that be my way of funding the more expensive thing, I think. You know? All right. All right. I'll go ahead and I'll end this now. All right.